Hi, it's Linda with CreativePLR.com, and last month I made a planner. I showed you how to create a planner really easy using a template I already had that was a planner, and then just adding some papers and designs from Stephanie's Design Element Club. Today I'm going to do a journal because everybody loves journals. If you do a course, you usually add a journal to it of some kind. If you do a webinar, you might give participants a journal to download so they can take notes as they go along. You might give journals for people that are working on some kind of facet of self-health or self-care so they can keep track. Or people like journals like I do just to write in. What are they doing today? What's most important to get done today? So they can focus on being more productive. So this is the club for July, and so you'll see that it has covers. It's already in an 8.5 by 11 portrait size. It comes in 12 by 12 papers, and some of them are just really unusual. If you look at them close up, it almost looks like paint splashes on some, or swirls of paint. It is called pastel abstract, so it's really unusual looking. I really like this one too. You can see the indentations actually, like somebody's put a line through it, or it's different pieces stuck together. So it's really interesting. And so you've got papers, you've got abstractors. So you've got a few frames here, the months, the days of the week, numbers and alphabets. You've got social media posts, both the long and the square posts for Instagram, and a Facebook post. And they already have the text in them. They're ready just to upload it and post. So each month you would get 24. They've already got the text on them. You just got to upload them to a scheduler and get them ready to post, and they're all set to go. And last but not least, we have our stationery. And she took one of the papers and made some frames. This would be for like a planner. It's got some lines on it, some empty spaces. And this one has some lines on it, and here's an empty space. I love the oval shape. It's perfect for a quote or picture of some kind, so it's perfect for that, or even using it as a cover. So we are going to go over to Canva, and we're going to create this journal in Canva. Let's make a copy. Okay. I'm going to call it June Journal, and then I'll just retitle it later. And so I have a template for everything that really saves you a lot of time when you're creating products. You want to create them fast. You need templates. And look, this one's one page. It's on a white background right now, and behind it's a table with lines in it, and these lines are dotted. I have one that's got solid lines. I have one that's got dashed lines. And then I've got a place for a text already there, whether you want to put a quote in or a prompt or something in there. There's already a place for it. And then here's lines that you can write on. And I have a shape behind this. You can't see it, but there is a shape behind this that's white, so that when I put one of those papers back here, I'm going to be able to see the lines. Otherwise, they'd kind of get lost. So I'm going to go over here to uploads, and I'm going to upload a paper. Now, I already picked one. It's hard for me to choose. These are 12-inch papers. The nice thing about using a 12-inch paper, I think I like this one, is that when you've got a 12-inch paper and you're thinking like, I don't know what part of that I really like, you can actually start playing with it a little bit, and you can go like, I don't know, I'm not crazy about that orange right there, maybe just a little bit of it on the edge. And you can do that, and now you can position it to the back, and you've got that color just how you want it. Now the next thing we're going to do is we are going, and it's still just one page. You're probably thinking a one-page journal isn't going to sell for very much. When I first had this idea of doing the journal, I was going to do a 30-day journal, or even 31, because you don't know which month somebody is going to use it, and the most they would have is 31 days. But now I've changed my mind. I went over to my friend ChatGPT, and you can see I've been copying things, and so I said, can you give me 100 prompts on overcoming productivity challenges for a journal that I'm working on? And he said, absolutely, Linda. Here's 100. Of course, he lied. He only gave me 50. And then I said, yeah, keep going. And then he gave me the other 50. I copied them and I put them in a Word document. Now, when you copy and paste, you're going to get a dot there, a dot in front of them. And I went through and I took out the dot. When you just copy and paste it from the tools they have, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'll go back over to chat and show you. So when you use this, which is copy, you're going to get the numbers on there. Either way, you have to go through and clean it up. So I'm going to go back to this, and I'm going to scroll down now to bulk create, and I'm going to say enter the data manually, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to paste it. And I'm going to just make sure that I don't have an empty row. Well, I don't know how I got 101. That's weird. Okay, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to say done. And now the thing is, I need to go over here on that heading, and I need to connect the data. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to say continue. It's going to say create 101 designs. Really only want 90, but I'm going to go ahead and click 101. And it's going to think for a moment, and it's going to come back. And so when you do that, you need to scroll through. And so it gave me 101 pages. You need to scroll through, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And make sure you may want to adjust this. You may want to increase the font. If you're going to increase the font, then what you should do is you should go back and increase the font and then run it again, because that will keep you from having to increase the font on every single one. And so now the only thing that I have left is I have my cover to do, and I'm going to do a belongs to page, and maybe I'll put a quote in there just to get people working. Okay, so I've got them all. I want to make sure they all fit. That's what I'm checking. Now I'm just being picky, but that is what I do. I am very picky. Okay, they all look great. Of course, you can use whatever font you want. You set the font up before you begin. I'm going to scroll back up. I'm going to upload. Maybe I won't upload. Maybe I will add a page, and I'll do that. And I'm going to upload that paper that I just did. And I'm going to say set as background. And then I can go to elements. I can say, I don't think I want a frame. I think I want a shape. And then I want an oval shape. And I'm going to, although I don't think I want to use purple. I think I want to use, you already know what color I'm going to use, don't you? Because it is. And then I'm also going to put a border. But maybe I'm not going to use a black border. Maybe I'm going to use, there. And let's see, what kind of prompts did I ask for? Overcoming Productivity Challenge Journal. And I am going to make that bigger. Let's see, how big does it need to be? Maybe not quite that big. And then I probably would add a flower or some kind of, let's say, an abstract shape. And let's see what they can give us. And I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to flip it. Oh, yeah, like that. That's kind of fun. Let's see what else they have here. Oh, they have kind of some splotch there. Let's put that splotch. And you could go through and add this splotch. Actually, that color looks good on that, doesn't it? You could add that splotch on there. That would take an extra few minutes just to go through and add that splotch. And then I want to duplicate this page. And I want to say, and I don't like it when it's a real white space between there, so I am going to go and scrunch that up. And then I'm just going to hit enter a couple of times and put a line there. I'll just go over here and I'll just say element, line. And basically we're done. Now, I do want to add one more thing because, you know, I do like quotes. And so I'm going to add another page. And I'm going to go over here and I am going to copy this frame here. And now I'm going to go back over to my friend chat. Can you give me a quote? Can you give me a quote about productivity and challenges? Okay. He's very long-winded and he really likes the long quotes. So we're going to try this one and see if that works. And you notice that I didn't have to do text first, but I also didn't give so I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it bigger so that it fits in. And so there you got it. You got the planner all done. Now, I said I was going to do it 2 ways. The other way is to do the same thing, but instead of starting with my blank template, I'm going to start with Stephanie's template that she already has made. I'm going to upload what she already has done. I'm going to go to my uploads. This is the one that comes in the pack. It's already done. The only thing that you have to do is you have to add some text at the top. Now, I do have to tell you that since some of our prompts are longer, that line at the top may be in the way. So what I did was I cut a piece of white. You can see it there. I cut a piece of just empty space, and it hides that top line. So now we've got a prompt that's a little bit longer. It's going to work just fine. I'm going to make sure that my text I have goes from side to side. And then I don't know that I want to use that. Let's see, what kind of a font do we want? Okay, I like Glory Hallelujah too. Okay, let's try that. And then we're going to go over to Bulk Create, Data Manually. I'm going to get rid of that column. I'm going to get rid of these 2. I am going to paste in. Do I still have 101? Yeah, I have 102. That's scary. I'm going to say done. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click. First, I have to click off of it. And I'm going to connect the data. And it's in name. I'm going to continue and I'm going to generate 101. Now, the prompt looks pretty good to me. I don't see that it's too big. It really looks like it's centered and it looks great. Even though where it's 3 lines, it still looks good. Now, if we didn't have that blank space there, that 3rd line would be on top of the line. So we needed that blank space there. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to add a page, just like I did before. And I am going to upload another page. And in that same section where I just looked at that, I'm going to go ahead and download that and use that for my cover. And I'm also going to duplicate it because I'm going to say, this is my heading. And was I using Simple Mandela? I don't think so. I think I was using, maybe I was. Okay, well, I'll use it then. But I know I'm going to have it bigger than that, but I'm going to say productivity, overcoming, productivity, challenges, journal. And yes, I'm typing on the second one. So now what we're going to do is we're going to highlight the text and we're going to see how big we can make it. And it still look good. And just like before, I need something that's like a swatch that kind of goes with that. They have collections. I don't want sticker. Magic's telling me I need to pick some of that. Oh, okay. How about that? I like it like that, actually. And then I'm going to change the color, obviously, where it looks like that. And I'm going to do that one. Okay, and then this one, same thing. I'm going to copy that just to make it easy on myself. And I'm going to say belongs to. And then I'm going to add a line. Zip that. Is that a black line? And then I'm going to duplicate that one more time because we have our quote. And I'm going to copy that. We know we're going to get rid of this. And we know we're not going to be able to use so I'm going to take it down there. And voila, we've got another journal. So I made 2 journals. That's 2 journals that you could create and sell. Now, obviously, the second one was a lot faster because I used the elements that I already had available. Same technique, using the bulk create, putting in my journal prompts in there with that and creating that. And if at the end you wanted to create another quote or ask a question, how did this help you for the productivity for the month? I hope this was helpful. And you're going to start making journals. Make journals of all types. Look how fast it is. You could easily make 3 an hour, and then you can sell them singly in your shop or on Etsy, and then bundle the 3 together so that you're not only selling them singly, but you're selling them as a bundle. And people get to view them twice. Until next time, keep creating.